get your ass off the block. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. Hustle all day, playboy non-stop. 24/7 on the grind, getting wild. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm a rider by the foes that I'm providing. Sliding slow with open tires round the corner, coasting by a flyer thing you ever seen. Your desire in your dream. Let the fire take you higher. I admire getting green, sitting clean. Hustle hard until I make it. If my daughter's sitting naked, fuck you starving, I'ma take it.
Yo.
Jamming, boy.
Yeah. Teran, what up? Rick Reg, what up?
Man? What it do?
What's up? Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome
Big
to Triple
Chicken,
A
what up?
Sports. I'm Godless Reggie.
Yeah.
That's Teran.
2025.
That's D80. And
Salute.
we got Big Chicken. How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Another year to be alive, boy.
Yeah, went to Toronto for the New Year's Eve, and
Oh, you went to Toronto?
oh man, just what me and my best good friend Paul and my godson Charlie, man, we go every year just to kind of get away for a minute, man.
That's
Just,
dope, man. My
you know,
sister stayed going to she stayed going to Canada, boy, Toronto, all that.
I mean, it's
She
really
met
nice.
somebody.
Man.
She met her. She met somebody and they be back and forth, man. And so she was like, man,
Oh,
it's only
wow.
3 hours. So I was like, wow, she go all the time too now.
Yeah, no,
Let me
it's
ask you a
a
question,
dope
because
city.
I've been wanting to go up there, not in the wintertime. I'm definitely not prepared for that yet, right? That I want to ease
Yeah,
my way to that,
It's
right?
cold as fuck. It's cold as fuck.
So when you go up there, which direction do you go? Because I honestly don't know.
No, it's 2 ways you can go. You can head towards Detroit and get up there through Windsor, or you can go through the Niagara Falls way, which is headed towards Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So it's either way, but I head towards the Buffalo way because it's
quicker.
only 3 hours to the border, and then from the border, it's about an hour to Toronto because they use kilometers instead of miles, so you can kind of push it a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, you can kind of push the mash on the gas a little bit once you get past the border, but the border is always, because I'm black, as they say in this country, and then my best good friend is Chinese, so and then we got a nice car that we riding in, so it's we always kind of get hung up.
They gonna think drugs or something.
Or border
Right,
patrol.
and Paul stay like I swear to God, I won't say God like that because I don't want to swear to God like for this, but anyway, whatever. When I first met Paul back in college, like he had the the long chain with the pendant on the bottom, diamond studded earrings and stuff, and then had a hat to the cop to the side. So I was like, man, who the fuck is this? And to this day, he still kind of dresses like that, which is cool. But when you get to like border and stuff like that, when they see diamonds and they see chains, they get excited for the wrong
Yes,
things.
they
Man.
do.
They be
Yes.
wanting search, huh?
Yes.
Right. So a couple
Yes.
times we get detained and get extra questions and shit. But as long as you don't get tripped up in the bullshit, man, you okay.
They be worried about you paying duty, right?
No, they worried about guns. Guns is the
Okay, coming from America, that makes sense.
yeah, man. Like, I mean, the one lady was like, she was like, don't all Americans own guns? I'm looking like, I mean, I got a couple, but not everybody got some. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Paul, he don't own no weapons or whatever. He's not even into that.
But you know why, though, right?
Why you say that?
Because there's more, just the ones they know of, right?
Mhm.
We're not counting the ghosts and the ones that are stolen on the street. There's more guns in the United States than there is people. Way more.
Oh, from that perspective, okay, I see what you're saying.
That's why
I thought you were going to talk about how the perception of black on black violence, like because I'm black, I must have a. I thought that's where you were going, but okay, I got you.
Well, that could come into play too, but for real, there's at least that they know of. There's 500 million guns here, and I don't count the ghosts, the ones you can make. All the guns they got in
That's a lot
Mexico,
of guns, man.
they got from here. The guns they got in Caribbean, they got from here. They just stolen guns. That's all.
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
All right, guys, let's try to get into some sports today.
Absolutely, we get way off track.
Let's start it off with some college football.
Yeah.
This is not a test.
Somebody got to put me on the intro, boy.
Yo, I know, right? I gotta let him have it.
I don't
To
got
start
the
it
voice for that
off,
shit.
we got the playoff Final Four and who you guys got.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Reds. Who you with, Reds? Even though we already know.
Okay, so in the Notre Dame Penn State game, which is a tough one because those are my two favorite college teams, I'm gonna have to go with Penn State by at least 2 touchdowns. They gonna put a whooping on Notre Dame because again, I don't think that Notre Dame has seen that kind of pressure, right? Especially not from no defense, right?
Yeah.
Penn State, you can say what you want. They're not the most high-powered team in the country, but that defense is gonna come after you. They're gonna come after you, and they're gonna hit you, and they're gonna run the ball on you. And I don't think that you can deal with that. Now the other game, I think based off what I've seen in the playoffs so far, Ohio State is gonna beat the brakes off of fucking Texas, and Ohio State is gonna win the national championship for sure. For sure. And if that don't happen, I think we're gonna see cows fly, especially on that Ohio State one.
Well, after that Oregon performance, man,
That's what I'm talking about.
I would have to agree, but I don't know if you remember, but back in August when we were picking our college football predictions or whatever, I was high on Quinn Ewers, I was high on Texas and Sarkisian, and I actually still am. So I'm expecting it to be a real battle, man. Even though I hope the outcome is as you say, and as the experts are picking, but dog, I don't think so, man. I just for some strange reason, Ohio State never does what you expect them to do. So I don't know, man. I think it'll be a battle, but I do expect Ohio State to pull out.
Yeah, I agree, man. You could throw that game Texas had last week. You could throw that away. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that happened where they should have. You can say they should have lost, but they got the win, and they gonna trust and believe. Oh boy, he was at Old State, so Old State can either blow them out. It's either gonna be a blowout or it's gonna be a close game, though. I think at the end of the day, because old boy, Old State. They remember he was at Old State and he left.
Yeah,
go to Texas, so they either gonna come out fiery, but or Old State gonna have their way. Like Penn State, I got Penn State winning by 5 against Notre Dame, 5 or 6, something like that. I don't think even if Notre Dame got the ball last, I don't think they'd be able to go down and score to win it or nothing like that. But that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a good game. Or like you said, depending on because Penn State defense is nice, man. Like you said, Notre Dame.
That's a damn NFL team, dog.
Yeah, Notre Dame ain't seen nothing like that defense, ball. They look like Ohio State really couldn't. They just always somehow get the win against Penn State, but that defense no joke.
No, that defensive line alone reminds me of that Georgia.
I know, right?
That would just pass.
And then they offense ain't, offense really ain't bad neither. Like this ain't the Penn State offense. Normally offense always be trash, but it's okay this year though. Mm-hmm. Like I said, because all you got to do, what I'm saying, if you don't take away they tight end, and they got 2 nice running backs, honestly.
44,
just like Old State.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Both of their running backs nice, honestly.
Number 44.
If they don't win,
he's going to NFL.
Yeah, they nice. That's going to this. Like you ain't expect this game, but man, that should be a good game. But I think Penn State definitely gonna get them by 6. But if they get them by 14, I wouldn't be shocked by that neither, though, just because of the defense.
You know what Penn State should do? Penn State should go out there and hire somebody like Chip Kelly as their offensive coordinator. Try that.
They always been nice, man.
They don't got no fucking wide receivers.
Besides Barkley and the one receiver they used to have, man, it's like they offense always been slacking.
Listen, besides Joe Jurevicius and Sam Crenshaw, because I went to Rand, that's the only 2 wide receivers I can personally name that ever played for them.
Now, what was that one receiver they had a couple of years ago that was nice for y'all? Y'all had a nice receiver, man, not too long ago. I don't know. He ain't doing that for nobody else.
Dotson
man, it was somebody balling for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But offense, you're right. You can't really name nobody though. Besides, like man, but defense, you can name so many defensive players. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
You can name. They be having some decent tight ends too, but
they tight ends be not. Yeah, they tight ends be alright. But man, other than that, you're right. But man, it's
Hold on, what Jamar say? Can you somebody read that?
He said Mexico says it all the
Mexico
time.
says
When
it all the time.
he got to be talking about the weapons because that's where they get their weapons from.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, no doubt. But yeah, no.
What's the next
So,
topic?
All right.
well, hold on,
what's
wait,
next?
just
Oh,
before
go ahead. Now, go ahead, Danny.
hang on. So, with the college football playoff, the Ohio State versus Texas, of course, that's coming under what they call the Cotton Bowl, and then for the Orange Bowl, that's with Penn State versus Notre Dame. And again, you know, I don't mind moving on, but this is like our third bowl game of the season. So I was just kind of curious as what you guys thinking, like just continuously having all these bowl games because of course we're forced to have more games because of the structure.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we can continue to wait. Like you said, this is the first year. That's a lot of games for these college players, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and these are all bowls.
yeah.
Or
Let's
at least get rid of the bowl name, because at least let other teams have like the Rose Bowl or something, so they have.
Yeah,
a
let
little value.
just call it the playoffs
Yeah.
then from now on, though. Because like I said, I mean they've been doing it in D2 and they do it in D2 and D3, right? Playoffs.
Mhm.
They do D3
And the bad
playoffs.
part is when they
They
were like
do
advertising when I was
D1AA,
watching it.
they do D2 playoffs, and they've been doing it for years. So I mean, I guess you could do it because they've been doing it in these other conferences. You know,
It's flawed. The
just
system's
take away the
flawed.
bowl. Like I said, they gotta take away the bowl names and give it, like you said, like Big Chicken said, give it to the other people and just be playoffs. Period. Start with the Orange Bowl and all that.
Yeah,
Like I said,
man.
D1AA do playoffs, D2 do playoffs.
But
I
the bowls make too much fucking money, bro. And then people
but
not gonna pay.
that's dumb though. Like you know
I got what you're saying, but listen, who's gonna go and really see the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, or the Cotton Bowl unless it's like contending teams, right? It got to be at least 2 top 10, 2 top 15 teams.
But because
right?
the Rose Bowl, only the Rose Bowl because it's at that stadium though, right? So I guess like that's like if they play there in the playoffs, it'll be the Rose Bowl, I'm guessing. But if they don't play there, you can't because these bowls is only at certain stadiums, right? The name of them.
Yeah, it's like it was cyclical. It was like a rotation kind of thing. But after the BCS change,
Right,
I don't
they-
know what I don't. Yeah, so
Yeah, I don't
know
think
how
it
the
rotate
system
no
goes
more though. I
anymore.
don't think.
Yeah,
The
I don't know
system
how it
is
goes
flawed
anymore.
still.
Cause like because the USC, the Rose Bowls were at USC Stadium,
No, it's in Pasadena.
Pasadena.
Pasadena. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought it was their stadium, but it's just in
No,
Pasadena.
USC is in LA.
Right,
Okay, where UCLA at?
LA.
LA too. Okay.
hmm
Well, let's
Well,
talk
yeah,
about
but-
one of the coaches in it. Let's talk about Ryan Day. Is he gone if they don't win?
Shit.
That's tough,
Yeah, but it's not fair though. I mean, I don't know. It is fair because at the same time, I said about the last time we were on last year, I said I backtracked my statement when I had to agree that he has been there that long and he has lost that many times to Michigan. He's
Yeah.
been there 6 years and only beat them once. So it's kind of hard to not say he doesn't deserve it. But then again, let's say they win it all, which more than likely they will. Then what do? You can't fire him.
Yeah, you got to keep them.
You got to keep him. Then
That'd
he's
be
going to lose
crazy to
again
fire
next year.
that'd be crazy to fire a national championship coach over a rivalry when the whole goal is to win a national championship.
That's
That's
what I hate about the
crazy.
whole rivalry thing is because
Mhm.
I like it because like, oh, it's Ohio State, Michigan, you love it. But I hate when we're talking about these playoffs. Like he's a championship contender, and we're still like, nah, but he lost to Michigan.
Right? Ain't
He
that's
just beat
crazy?
that-
That's
he
crazy.
He just beat the shit out of Tennessee. He just beat the shit out of Oregon. Nah, but he lost to Michigan. He's a bad guy. He's the enemy.
That's
Bad
from us.
guy.
That's from us taking these rivalries so serious
Good
over
point.
all these years, though. That's
got
what
a good
it did.
point.
That's why.
Right. You
Good
damned
point.
if you do, you damned if you don't.
Dude, like he blew, like you said, he blew the team that been winning, like been the top of the Big Ten all year, and then blew Tennessee, who been balling with the other SEC teams, blew them out. So you're right. Then if they beat Texas, and even if they beat Texas and they lose the national championship game, I don't care. Say if he loses Notre Dame or Penn State. The fact if he go out there and beat Texas, beat Tennessee, and especially if he win convincingly, man, it'd be still hard to
It
fire
would.
him.
It would.
Yeah.
Like
It would be hard
if it's
to
a
fire.
close game, like a field goal
Right,
game,
if it's
like
a
in
close
other
game, now if
playoffs.
they go and get killed, that's different. But if it's a close game, to where even if say if a kicker miss it, that you know what I'm saying, it'll be tough to fire this dude.
But wait a minute. Y'all don't think that the system? I mean, the system has always been flawed, but you don't think it's super flawed now? Do you really think it was fair that Oregon have to play Ohio State.
Nah, they
That's not
definitely gonna switch that up some way somehow.
Bullshit. You mean to tell me I get rewarded for having to
But
play?
the only reason that
SEC?
happened is because you said we ain't know if Penn State when they did it, we thought Ohio State was gonna be higher than Penn State because Penn State would have been there. You get what I'm saying? So
Man, that's
Well,
that's the
don't
only reason
forget,
that happened like that, though.
Indiana was the one that took up the false mantle for the
Them
Big
too, though,
Ten.
but yeah, Ohio State and Penn State could have been at different spots to the bracket. You know what I'm saying? Because
you gotta have
even though Ohio State had that extra loss, though, so that's why Penn State got it, though. But it would have been different if Penn State would have been there.
with the 12-team bracket. It's not separate. You got to make it by fours, even though you can divide it by four. But of the powers of four, what I mean, you got to make that shit 16. That's the only way it's gonna be set right.
But look, like it's like Texas. They've been balling all year. They look like they got got to play O State now and stuff like that, man. Like, but Oregon, either way, if Oregon even would have won, you got to face Texas now. Like,
You know what else they should do too? You know what else they need to do too?
What?
They need to implement whoever the fuck wins the MAC gets in,
Oh, ooh.
and all the other that's Division I. They should get an automatic bid, especially with
But
the way
then
that the
They
money
give
is.
enough money though for it
The
to be
bad
like
part of
so
that
there's
is-
way more money now, so the playoffs can be like I said successful as it is. Like I said, like because they've been doing it in D1, AA, and D2 forever, and there ain't been no problems. We just ain't seen it in the Power 5 conferences, but you can do it. I mean,
Yeah.
they getting paid now, so nobody want to hear about injuries. Some people gonna get hurt because there's so many games in the playoffs.
You got
Yeah,
a point.
but that's
You got
like
a point.
you
You got three Big Ten teams in there, right?
yeah.
It was
How's that fair?
3 SEC teams.
3 SEC teams. How's that fair? Right. It's not even.
money.
I got it. I
Money.
got you. But that's some bullshit.
It'd be
though.
hard for like the best team in the MAC because they still don't play the teams that these teams playing though.
That's true.
And the bad part is we're gonna have games like the Boise State game where they kind of get blown out.
Yeah.
And you just like the SMU game, they kind of get
Like
blown
every now and
out.
then, one of them teams might luck up and get hot, but like man, how
Arizona
often
State was the
does that
only one that had a chance to luck up and do all that. But as you've seen, Arizona State should not have won like they did. Like shouldn't have been that close as they did, but they
Yeah,
were.
you're right.
They were underdogs and they kind of were
They
on
was
the
getting
energy.
killed that first, man, but that momentum is everything. Like you said, that momentum had it to where they almost won it.
I'm gonna be fair though. You want me to tell you something else that's some bullshit? Guess what? Every fucking year, Notre Dame is going to get in the playoffs. Book it.
You trying to say they got an easy schedule?
Because the way it's set up, right? So I say, look, that's what I say, Deity. It's 60% is because of their schedule, right? Maybe even 65, right? But the other part of it is that they have an easy path in there, even though that's still the same thing, right? They don't have to follow the power conference rules, right? And they can purposely avoid playing Clemson every fucking year.
That's facts.
That's some bullshit.
Who they play? They play like the Big Ten and some of the Pac-12. I mean,
No, they gotta
Pac-10.
play. They gotta play 6 teams from the ACC, right? Then whoever the fuck else they want, Army, Navy, Air Force, Boston College.
They play USC all the time. Do they still play? Did they play USC this year?
They gonna duck USC. They gonna duck them.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I think they
gonna-
played USC this year though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they play USC for the last game before the playoffs.
Okay.
Yo, can y'all hear me real quick?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. I want to touch on this real quick, and then I'm gonna get out of y'all here and let y'all go back to doing amazing dialogue y'all doing. My only rebuttal to anything y'all said was, and me and Big Chicken have had a back and forth with the whole Ryan Day thing, is that everything y'all agreed on is factual if he wins it all. If he doesn't win it all, no matter how far he has gone in his playoffs, all that doesn't mean shit because he hasn't won a Big Ten championship in 4 years, and he hasn't beat Michigan in 4 years, and he has no national title to show for it. So that's why you still hold it on a hot seat. And him to the fire. That's why you still hold him on a hot seat and him to the fire if he doesn't win it, and why you still possibly fire him. Because when we look at the losses that they had this year, not one of those two losses, we sat there and said that was players' fault. We look and say, what the hell was the coaching staff doing?
Yeah, what they
Michigan
call
was all coaching. Oregon, to a degree, was bad coaching as well.
Yeah. Good point.
that's a good point.
I agree
That
with you. I
means
can't.
this team is performing now how we expected them to perform. Does that mean that the kids don't look like they was up to par, or does that look like the coaches haven't been getting the most out of the talent that they have? That's why Ryan Day is on a hot seat, and that's why people are sitting there wondering, like, "Yo, he needs to win it all to keep his job." Which he'll probably turn around if he don't. If he does, he might just still skirt out of town and go to the NFL. But that's why. Like you got to win, and he has no Big Ten championship to show for it. He has no wins against Michigan to show for it. What has he done?
If he
What,
win the
what has he
if he
won?
win this national championship, though,
Yeah, then
he
he's
gonna be
good.
the man. He got the leverage in every situation.
Unless
He
he loses to Michigan again next year, then they don't give a fuck.
No, but it won't matter if he wins the national championship again next year. Then they're gonna give a fuck if you win 2 in a row. So it's the Michigan thing. It makes sense. So if he doesn't go to the national championship next year, then I get it. But if he makes the national championship again and wins again, what is your other rebuttal?
If he makes it and loses, let's say he makes it and loses, there's still a great chance he could be fired, bro. Because all he did, he's made it to a national championship before and lost, and he still comes up short to Michigan and still has no Big Ten
that's
championship to show for it.
That's true.
What is he won? That's the you ask yourself. Ohio State has been one of the most top talented teams the
Just a
past
lot of
5 to
games.
6 years, and they haven't won shit.
10,
bro.
15.
Well, yeah, but I'm in his tenure, and they haven't won shit.
That's true. Can we just agree that he has to win this? He
He
has
has
to
to win
win.
it.
He has to win a national championship. He has to.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I was like,
No apologies. I mean, dope tape.
I would say it's like making. He has to make a layup. Well, not maybe a layup. Maybe a
who?
free throw. He has to
Oh.
make a free throw to win $1 million. And if he miss, he broke.
bro, if he don't win it, he don't deserve to keep the job. Not with all the talent not with that payroll and all the talent that he's assembled. People expect results because there's big money put into that team now.
Mm-hmm.
And we can beat Texas. This is not an insurmountable task, man.
Y'all should
Yeah.
be-
I mean, Arizona State shown that they're very beatable. They're very killable.
For sure.
Hey, all I know is you. Hey, I wish Ohio State, as much as what's name and Trey and Judkins is dope. Scatterboo is the truth.
Scatterboo, yeah, that dude, man, he wasn't no joke.
Yes, he played quarterback, receiver, running back.
Man, Ohio State running back should have their way. Man, they should have their way against
I
Texas.
don't know, Big Chicken. He might be better than Ashton Genty, bro. Watch out.
Oh no! Listen, I saw
Hey,
that
both
game. I'm
run
like,
hard.
no, he
They
might
both-
be. He
might
might be.
They both run hard as heck, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I
don't
just
know
got to
about
with him
Ashton
when he
no
showed
more.
up with puke on him. He showed up with puke during the last play. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh no,
that was kind of gross.
That dude nice though, man. He was saying he was there. I see why he was saying he think he the coldest, man, but he definitely cold.
Yeah, gain my respect. But love y'all. Have a good one, brothers.
All right,
So, man.
All right.
All right, take care, bro. Salute.
On that count, let's switch it up and let's talk about, is Travis Hunter the number one at receiver or DB?
That's a tough question. I would think that he probably would be number one at DB, maybe.
I was curious as to what you guys would say, because and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm shaking in my fucking boots. At the mock draft that just came out and some of the bullshit that's going on, and then with Deshaun Watson set back in his rehab. If Travis Hunter, and I just found this out, so that's why I was kind of curious what you guys thought. If Travis Hunter goes as a DB, he's the number one DB in the draft. If he goes with if the team I guess if they make him choose, I think that's where he loses leverage. You know what I'm saying? Because what makes him special is him at being able to do both. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my biggest things with him, is that, in my personal, I don't think he's a number one receiver. I think he's a top 3,
No,
top
I agree.
5. At DB, he's probably either top number 2 or number 1. But the thing missed, like why we've been talking about the whole time, is he plays so many snaps. That's what makes him good. Is that he
Right.
does all the snaps and is valuable at both sides. So the minute you make him just choose DB, you're then not using the other half of his skill, his like. It's like using
Exactly.
half of your money and then leaving the rest and not touching it at all.
Yeah, big chicken on the. He preaching today, bro.
But like you said, imagine him going as a if I'm a team, I want him to be our top DB, but I'm also want him to be like
So,
our.
Devo?
Man, I'll put him in as a slot, like at the third receiver. Even though he, you know, what I'm saying he's still a good receiver, like you said, top 5 receiver.
But
Can you
he
imagine him
would
being
be
a
your
third
number
receiver
one.
on the good?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, can you imagine him being like? I'm just saying, making him a third receiver, but like coming in on plays. But imagine him being a third receiver on the team that got 2 already receivers. Like, man,
that'd be
this
sweet.
dude he gonna ball out. That's why I think things start really balling out now because he really a number 1 receiver. What's old Najigma Smith for Seattle? They really had him like being like a number 3 when he really like a number 1, number 2 receiver. But that's why he started really balling as much this year as he did last year because they had him like as number 3 when he really like of course DK because he big as heck. But Smith really like their number 1 receiver, really.
Yeah, I agree.
But
that's the
They
thing.
was having him like as a number 3 lightweight.
Yeah, and salute
He
Jorlee.
started
You see,
balling.
bro. much love to Jorlee.
Who got the
You
number
know,
1 pick though after the last? Who got the number 1 pick
Titans.
right now?
The Titans got the number
Titans,
1
like
pick.
it's set. That's the Titans, Browns, and then who else? Who's third?
Giants.
Oh,
Giants.
Browns got the number 2 pick. What?
Yeah, so I wanted to say, get into that actually, Teran. So thank you for that segue. So with the Titans, the mock draft that I have them selecting Shedeur Sanders. And with the Browns selecting Cam Moore, which makes me want to cry in a fucking corner, but whatever. And then the number 3 with the Giants taking Travis Hunter with the caveat that he is able to play DB and wide receiver per Deion Sanders' instructions to the team. So
the way Neighbors just balled out, that will work for the Giants. Because he don't got to be number 1. He could be number 2/number 3 receiver there. For sure. Like that's where he really can do that.
So
you know what? I just don't. To me, when I watch him play, he's an amazing player, no doubt. Right? I just don't see him being like a 4-2, 4-3 receiver type cat. You know what I mean?
You ain't gotta be though.
I mean, you don't.
If you're not a number 1, for sure.
Right? You don't. So I just think that his biggest asset to me, I think he's a better defensive player than he is a wide receiver.
He is.
Like when I watch him run,
he's an athlete though. That's why he don't need it. He
is. I would put him in some snaps.
You just never really had anybody
really
doing what he like. You just like people just say like we never known if somebody can do it. They just wasn't doing it.
Right. And I would put him at kick returner too. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's no different than like how the NBA
ball in his hand.
That's like back in the day, like that's like now 6 men can come off the bench, do what they want. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like when Jordan them day, they had to be a 6 man, come in, take 1 or 2 shots, even if they was nice, you wouldn't know it because they had a role. You know what I'm saying?
They played with the next.
I just don't think he's gonna be out there cooking people at wide receiver. I don't see it. I don't think he's gonna be just.
Why?
The reason why.
So if you do it in college, you can't do it in the NFL.
I ain't saying
the reason why I think Travis Hunter exceeds that receiver at the college level is because he's able to have the mentality of defender to know, because who knows cornerbacks itself is a cornerback. So you know how to attack a cornerback's weak points. You can see a cornerback and you know his weak points. He's not the best route runner. He's not the best physical dude. He's not going to outrun you. He's not going to out-strength you. But he knows what your weakness is because he has his weaknesses. So he knows how to attack you. That's why he's able when he knows he's lower dude.
Line been terrible too though. That's like Colorado line is terrible. They always line been terrible. They did okay at the end of this year a little bit, but man, you go to the NFL unless you go to a terrible line. You got other receivers on you that's better than you on the squad. Like he gonna ball out. He'll ball out on offense on the NFL too, though. Yeah, he a better cornerback, but he still ball out at receiver.
That's right.
He's an athlete.
Like Jordan said, that's right. That's where I put him.
Yeah, I don't think you touch the slot. I think you leave him there and just let him be slot.
If you got a number 1, yeah, but like if we're talking like how the mock draft is talking with the Giants taking him, then yeah, because you already got Neighbors as
If
a
you ain't got no
number
number one, yeah, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, if
So,
you ain't got a
yeah.
number one, like a true number one, nah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in
It's gonna
trouble.
be hard
Like,
for him with like the Browns because Jerry Judy truly isn't. No offense, isn't a true number one.
True.
oh my gosh, he
You
just
kinda-
proved that he's a number one, Big Chicken. Come on, man.
But
So
Yeah,
you're
compared to
saying
him,
you're
yeah.
saying that when what you call goes there, he's not gonna be better than Jerry Judy.
Who?
But he's not going there. He's going to the Giants. The
Who?
Browns are not getting Travis.
I
Hunter.
think,
My
honestly, if
Seahawks
Travis Hunter
fans will have a
goes-
fucking fit.
Wait a minute. Did you just say if Travis Hunter goes to Cleveland, he's going to be a better wide receiver than Jerry Judy?
Yes, I do not think Jerry Judy is a great receiver like that. I'm sorry to tell you. He has not proved nothing to me on the Broncos, and he didn't prove nothing to me this year.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did good on a bad team.
Listen,
I
Big Chicken
can't
over
I
there
can't go
smoking
behind that. I'm
weed,
sorry.
I'm telling you, Judy's like that. I'm not saying he's a top 5 wide receiver, but
Of
compared
course
to
you
him,
ain't saying that. I know you ain't
Compared
saying
to
that.
him, he is.
Top five. He
just
said
off
top
the line,
15. He
the
said
moves they
top,
make when they break
number
off the
top
line
10.
is completely different. Like Jerry Judy will cook you off the line. I don't see him doing that to no NFL cornerback. I don't see it.
I don't know.
What
I'm
do
not
you
impressed
want
with
to
Jerry
see from
Judy, so
Travis
I don't
Hunter on
know.
offense though that you don't think that he can do it in the NFL though when he was?
ain't that
That's what like some of these receivers that is doing. What was they doing during college that
The
he's
thing-
not doing?
He's not as fast as them.
Mm.
And his routes ain't that good.
Again, if even so Big Chicken, let's say hypothetically he does come to the Browns. He's not going to be a number one initially. It'll be assumed that Jerry Judy's number one, right?
That part is going
So
to be number one on DB either. Really.
So if what you're saying is true, then it would show throughout the season, right? And you would just kind of see him rise above him in his play if he's truly number one. But I don't see Travis Hunter as a number one receiver. He is definitely a number one DB, and he could do that.
So
in
you
his
think
rookie
he's
season.
so wait, you think he's tenfold over Denzel Ward?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So either
I'm
way, he's
saying-
not going to be the number one on either. But he
Yes,
is the number
would
one
be.
DB
Denzel
talent.
Ward don't play both sides. He don't play both sides of the fence. He's on one half of the field. He's not two cornerbacks in one play. So it's not. There's not. I mean, you can have two number one cornerbacks. It's not like a fucked up thing. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Okay.
there's usually only one number. I see what you're saying. But it's really,
Usually, but we had in the past 3 or 4 seasons, we've had 2 number one draft picks. I mean, first round draft picks and a cornerback on our team. There's no such thing as we got one number one cornerback, so we're not going to draft another one. The Browns have always done that. It's not a big thing. The issue would be
panned out, yeah.
no, and
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's going to stop them. My fault. I'm not saying that's going to stop them from drafting him. I still think they should draft him as a
they're
DB.
not going to draft him. They're not.
But who are you
we
gonna
have
take?
draft the
You're gonna take
quarterback.
Cam
we
Ward?
have to draft. I don't. Look. I'm not a Cam Ward supporter. I'm not a Cam Ward defender. I can give a shit about that guy. But based on what I'm seeing, they're gonna fucking draft him. I hate it. I don't want to see it. I don't have a choice. I mean, we're gonna have another fucking Miami quarterback in the backfield for the Cleveland Browns. It's depressing. I don't want to cry. Let's talk about something else.
What about Bernie?
Well,
What about Bernie?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about any Miami quarterback. But
well,
I mean,
He
Bernie
was
was fucking. No, he was great. But like you guys said, no championship. So all that stuff was great in the 80s. In the early 90s, we love Bernie. He's a statue, a pillar in the community.
I love
We him.
Metcalf too, don't y'all?
Metcalf
Wait a
to
minute.
death, man. Leroy
Chicken.
Horde, Ozzie Newsome, all those guys. We love them to death. Clay Matthews, they're enshrined in the Hall of Heaven and Brown, somewhere. But they didn't win shit. So
All right.
we can't. It only goes so far. That's all I'm saying.
Chicken.
I got you.
You know that Jerry Judy had 1,200 yards this year, right?
You know how many other people had 1,200 yards and we still wouldn't consider one of the best receivers?
Listen,
I mean,
I'm
if we're
just
going off
saying.
pure yards, how many touchdowns does he have? Go
He
off
had
that.
4.
How many
He
touchdowns
had
he got?
4. He had 4.
How many? He got 4. He has 4.
How many quarterbacks did he
Let's go
have?
to the next.
How many
What does that
quarterbacks did
matter? What
He
does
had
that- you know how
4.
many
he
so
had
he got
4.
one touchdown from each quarterback. But I was supposed to
Yeah.
call him the number one. number one receivers.
Listen, he had
Come on,
1,200
man.
yards on 90 receptions.
Let's
I
let's
mean,
go
he
next. We
bought-
gotta talk
he did
about
ball
is college football
This is
NIL
career
or
year.
bust?
out. Man, Dreggy tripping. But no, he's right though. So I wanted to kind of bring this up, especially to get Red's thoughts, because I remember when we were discussing the length of time that players are now able to stay in school
Yeah, that's just crazy.
because of the transfer rules being adjusted to allow for NIL situations to occur throughout the season. And I want to just bring up a few facts to y'all and then see what you think. So here we go. All right. So based on the name, image, and likeness stats from 2023, you have, and the name, image, and likeness, of course, is what makes up the NIL. 39% of the revenue that these players receive comes from social media deals. 23% comes from appearances throughout the country, like, going to the local bar to get paid $500 to say hi to hi to the crowd, stuff like that.
Right, bullshit.
5% comes from shout outs. So I guess if you are at an event, you get paid if they to speak to the crowd. And that may not be like a scheduled thing. They might just call you up and say, "Hey, we need we need Jeremiah Little or Jeremiah Smith." I was gonna say Jeremiah Love, but I don't know if he's hurt or not. But Jeremiah Smith, yeah, to come to this parade in Raleigh, whatever. Okay, well, 1,200. Okay, great. He goes and does it. That's 5% of the revenues that these players are getting. 4% is autographs. And then you have 29% other. And that would be, the car commercials, apparel, promotions, and things, like just a plethora of shit that they can get, right? That all makes up what the name, image, and likeness provides for the college athlete today. With the stuff that I just named y'all, you can see the main athletes getting these kind of deals. But do you see other athletes getting that kind of deal? Is what I'm trying to say. What do you think?
Not all that extra shit you said. Definitely not. I know that they be giving them like little cars and shit, like team cars or whatever. I know that you got to give them back, but I mean they give them something. But no, I don't think all of them get it. No.
So is it really name, image, and likeness? If you are now given the opportunity to be paid for your name, image, and likeness, but the majority of athletes aren't. You're not getting these deals unless you have 1.5 million followers on Facebook. When I saw that 39% of the NIL revenue deals come from social media, and then I wanted to say something else, and this is more so for my understanding that I didn't know schools couldn't actually pay NIL deals.
Yeah, I ain't know that neither.
School.
Man.
I wish DJ was here.
Well, not even like alumni, like people like they can't pay it. Like
no, that's different. Alumni is different from the school.
Okay.
And that's what I was going to lead to, is that alumni associations, boosters, lenders, car dealerships, local businesses, they can pool together to put money together to offer an athlete, but the school can't technically offer an athlete an NIL, and I didn't know that. So so what we're seeing is only for the elite athletes in society. Like I'm because the way it's set up, man, I'm telling you, like we're under the impression that all these schools are getting all this talent, and it's not like that at all.
Right, but they are getting so Jason's son, right? I know for sure. I don't know the amount, but I do know that he was getting money from the. I know that he got something. I don't know the amount, but I know for sure that he was. And he's not. I'm not being disrespectful or like anything like that. He's not a household name yet, right? So,
Mhm.
but I do know from his freshman year through the door, he was getting payment for sure. I do know that. I don't know the amount, and I'm not trying to make the claim that it's these kind of deals. I get what you're saying, D. Like these $1 billion deals. I would say no for him, but I definitely can't say
It was something.
it was something. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I get what you're saying, Reds, because it always been like that. Even before NIL, I know certain people who, when they give
OJ
them
Oh
Mayo.
the envelope, and I'm talking about not even known names all like that, would get the small envelopes with like 800. So imagine what the people with the names was getting then. So now it's about. I get what you're saying.
Right. What I'm saying is he was legally getting it.
Right. Oh yeah. Right. Legally, but I'm saying, as far as in like he ain't a household name yet, even though he could be though. I get what you're saying. Like, far as in,
he's going to be.
Yeah, he's going to be off for sure. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Though, what you're trying to make. Yeah.
Yeah. And then another thought that I wanted to put on you guys that we don't ever talk about, but when I found this out, I was like, oh, we gotta talk about this shit in some kind of a way. Is that high school students are eligible for NIL deals? I don't know like at what age, but I do know they're now eligible.
That probably certain states though, right? Because I know a lot of
it's
states.
in 30 states.
Florida and
I think we talked about it last year. At some
How many
time.
states?
We did.
talked about
We did.
It's in
all
30
states?
states now.
I think it's federal.
Because a lot of Ohio got money now somewhat to where depending what school you go to in Ohio, but we know Texas, Florida, they pay little league coaches in Florida and Texas, So
yeah,
them like little league coaches be getting big time money down there, like what I'm saying. Well,
they got little league coaches got headsets. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, yep, down there in Florida, they've been doing that for a while.
They even got the kids got the headsets in there too.
Yeah, they get big money down there, little league coaches down there, man. Because really, it ain't little league. It goes as Pop Warner, and it goes to they go straight to high school after that. Instead of they don't really do middle school down there, like Texas and all that. They middle school ball terrible. Like 7th, 8th grade, they don't really do it. They all is Pop Warner till you 15 years old, and then you go straight to, straight high school after that.
High school.
So they like how in Ohio and all that, where we got look like the way our little league is that's why we used to get killed when we used to go play. Like when they used to go play like those Florida schools and all that, we would get killed like the Broncos and all that stuff because these cats Pop Warner is different than little league. Like it's no weight or none of that with them. Like
so
we
it's little. They older, you saying?
Yeah, no, I mean they ain't like they older. It's just like we always had like how we do the weight thing. Like you can't be over this and that. Pop Warner, it just goes up to 15 to where they could have been older. You're right, they 15, where these people we 13 and 12 or something like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's just always been like that because they're straight. They don't care about middle school football like that. They middle school football are terrible. You don't hear about middle school football in like Florida and Texas, do you? Like you don't hear about it.
It's terrible here.
Yeah, it's terrible, period now, but you just don't hear about it though, really. Like, but look, if you heard about it, remember East Middle School team? Them boys was nice for Cheney and East. Remember them boys that one running back for East Middle School? Like it's still a little better than even there though, because people don't play it. They got it, but nobody really play it.
We got to move because we low-key got a lot of topics. We talked about some stuff. So
yeah, let's move it on. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to get y'all thoughts. Thank you though.
The last one we got for college football is Bill Belichick having NFL teams still interviewing him to this day.
We knew this was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen.
Doesn't surprise me.
Nah.
Now, the true question is, does he do it?
Well, he has a clause in his contract that allows him to leave the University of North Carolina if an NFL offer comes his way.
Like right away.
Yeah. Wow. No, I think after is it June of this year or some month this year that I think he has to wait. But yeah, he can leave and pursue that deal, which, I don't know if he's actually going to do that or not. I think the plan that they got in place is better. But, if he's itching to jump back in the NFL, his opportunity is not going to be too far away.
That's going to
suck. So June 1st.
Man. You have to find a coach that quick, man.
If he leaves before June 1st, He will owe them $10 million.
So but even if he leave after June, he don't owe him nothing, and he can leave still though.
No, he can leave.
He drops to $1 million if he leaves after June.
So why not just wait though?
That's what I was saying.
If I'm an NFL coach, like why not just like man, you like, oh, we'll just wait.
Yeah, just get some early checks just to see if he's interested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a lot, $10 million. I mean, but the NFL team still would pay that though. They got it. Because they would just pay it, right? Whoever offer them gonna pay it.
That ain't shit. That's changed to them.
You know what I said? They gonna pay it anyway.
Good point.
So, if they want them, they probably you ain't gonna get them if you wait though. So you're right. You have to pay that.
But let's go into next. Let's do some NBA.
Pulling up, I'm pulling up, I'm pulling up. Heard you were looking for me. I'm pulling up, pulling up, I'm pulling up. Heard you were looking for me. I'm pulling up, I'm pulling up.
I love Chris
I'm
Rich.
pulling up, I'm pulling
To start it off, we got the big game of OKC and the Cavs going on right now, with the score being 102 to 103. Cavs up.
On my TV, it's a commercial break, so I don't know what's going on, man.
I
But
forget all about that game.
That's a possible. That's a possible finals matchup preview right there.
I know I'm so excited.
I think OKC is gonna go all the way to the finals in the West, and Cleveland, bare minimum, is gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion. So
I hope so.
I love to see Cleveland go all the way though, man. Like I said, without LeBron making to the finals, man, that'd be dope.
it's gonna be hard to beat Boston, though.
I ain't no front. I'm not like a moralist in this kind of aspect, man. If they go to the championship, they gotta win it. Like it don't mean really much to get up there and not win it, man. And so if we don't get there, I just wanted to get it all. So tonight is a big night for us. Now, granted, if they lose, it don't mean nothing because you can still win in the finals. But still, I love to see the momentum this team has, man. And oof, man, if this is a preview of the finals is in good. The NBA's in good hands. That's all I got to say. Because this is exciting shit, man.
Yeah, because I just knew somebody was gonna probably win by like 15 or something, just cause you know how that be sometimes. It's right now.
Yeah, no, it's back and forth, and I love it.
It's gonna take a Herculean effort to beat Boston, and if they pull that shit off, I don't know how much gas they gonna have left in them. Because it's gonna take every fucking thing to beat them. They're gonna have to start. Listen, they're gonna have to get Draymond. They're gonna have to probably slam a few people, kick. They're gonna have to do whatever they got to do to beat them, and then to come right back and have to face that motherfucker that don't miss no layups at all. Number 2, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's a fucking beast, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love his game, but
he walking 25.
Easy on your ass.
We ain't rooting for him tonight, though. Yeah, he's a beast.
And next,
absolutely,
we got Kawhi Leonard having to leave the Clippers to go around with family after the Pasadena fires.
Damn, he just started. Did he just start playing?
That's all he do is miss basketball games. That's all he do.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting to mention that because I think out of all the players in the NBA, he's missed the most time due to injury. But if I don't want you guys to kind of forget that, and he didn't invent load management. Truly, Shaq did, but I don't want to get into that. But Kawhi Leonard has become the face of load management.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree big time.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
And it's come out that the Clippers, and because of Paul George, kind of let the cat out the bag, is that the Clippers wouldn't restructure Kawhi Leonard's contract the way he wanted to kind of get some more upfront money. Don't be laughing, man.
Cause he a thief.
Why you laughing?
It's that upfront money, man. For what? Can't even be on
I
the
don't
court.
know. I'm just telling you what I had read.
Wait,
because of what-
hold on. I didn't listen once. Kawhi Leonard, they want to give Kawhi Leonard more money?
No, that's what he was asking for.
They
That's-
went,
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard.
I was
wanted to
asking for more, like upfront money.
Yeah. They were due to restructure their deals, and they wouldn't do Paul George, and they did Kawhi Leonard, but they didn't do it the way that Kawhi Leonard wanted it done, which is to provide him with more money up front on his contract. So they tailored it off on the back end based on performance. So
See, but he know he hurt more than what he like for. That's why I know what he's trying to do. He know he ain't gonna get enough. He know he hurt way more than what we know.
But
He on that Bobby Bonilla shit.
You silly. But no, Turan. But listen to this though. Him leaving to go fight the wildfire stuff is not not an injury related. What you know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, it still fits the narrative of what he always does. So I guess what I'm asking is Kawhi Leonard painting a trail
for other athletes?
For other athletes on if you're oft injured, this is how you continue to parlay millions.
Yes, and the owners already been saying that.
But what do you mean go help fight? He about to be held with a fight. He about to be a firefighter?
Right.
No,
that is a true question. Like, what is he going to do to like?
He said fight off fires. Like, what do he mean?
He's gonna help his family.
Like LA. Move him, like all you do is move him to like one of his other houses somewhere.
I don't know, but they just said
like your house gone, your house gone. Like it's already a couple celebrities lost their houses. Like what are you talking about?
Saying? And it's not even that far from where he live anyway. He from LA anyway. So like you better pay for some movers to go get them.
Go help him. I know they ain't. I hope they ain't worded like that. Go help fight off the fight. Like they better say help his family leave or something. They better say that.
I think it was just help his family was what they said. Period. I think this is help his family.
Yeah, he's helping his family.
Help him how? When you got money like that, man. This like they just go to another. Like all you gotta do is get on a plane and.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna say that
it's in Pasadena, bro.
Oh,
ain't no plane.
If it ain't now, it must be other family. It got to be like his family, like it's probably his. It got to be like other, like not his household. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he got. That's what they got to be talking about, like his maybe siblings and stuff like that. It got to be that.
Well, y'all got them playing in the background like that. That's fucked up.
Look, they ain't even looking at him in the background. They like, man, this ain't hurt. In the background, they like, yeah, while we watching him, he hurt. You see them all looking up? He got the ball, and they all looking up.
The back arrow.
That's a real picture. They like, man, this dude, like he hurt.
Yeah, it's been freezing for some reason, but
and you look in the background, like, oh man, this dude hurt, man. Look at something.
I burn, baby, burn like this. Go inferno.
You silly.
But next up, whenever it shows back up, Zion Williamson makes his return.
All right, so even though it was a loss, that 360-degree windmill dunk that Zion Williamson did was fucking phenomenal.
I didn't even see it.
Oh man, I don't have like the live video, but he man.
But he on his quad, he on Leonard. He on the same trajectory as Leonard though with the injury stuff though.
He did the same dunk he did at Duke. Remember when he got that steal and he stole it from the Duke?
Yeah.
He did the same fucking thing and did the 360.
Yeah, so he still got it to a degree, but they still lost that game.
Oh my goodness.
And
I'll just show a little bit then.
Oh, that's it right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There goes the steal. Windmill. Boom.
He still got okay.
Is he worth the money? Nope.
Nah.
Yeah, not at all. I think the
He's
Pelicans
a bigger risk than Kawhi.
I think they regret drafting him, to be honest with you, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded soon. And that could be good for him because I think he needs a new environment. And in Big Chicken's language, he's not a number one. He's a number 2, 3 at best. And he went to the Pelicans, and then the black coach that they had tried to center the offense around him, but when it wouldn't go, they fired him and tried to put in somebody else, thinking that they would get it jump started. But Zion was injured so much, and again, he's just not coming back last week, that you don't know what you got yet, and we're almost at the All-Star break. So it's just a mess. And then Brandon Ingram's leaving. So you got to figure that out too. So the Pelicans are not in good shape, you guys. But as far as Zion Williamson, man, I mean, it's good to see him back because that windmill was the shit.
He'll do about 2 or 3 other highlights, and then he'll be hurt again.
I give him one more. I think you're being a little nice with the 2. I give him one more.
Did he dunk on this right here?
That looked like a lob.
There's no way he dunked on that. Yeah.
It's a way. Look what we're talking about.
Listen, he can dunk. Like,
Right.
take it away from him. He can dunk.
Yeah.
Never take that away from him. No,
I
way.
promise you, that's a dunk right there.
Yeah, he can get up.
But enough of the NBA. Let's talk about the NFL and the playoffs.
GM season.
GMC. Killer, what up? Trap.
While not about the playoffs, I think D80 can explain this company more than I can. So I'll let you take over.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do play. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're on it. Okay, so in the NFL world and north of the Mason-Dixon line lies the Cleveland Browns, one of the most dysfunctional franchises in Northern American sports. But neither here nor there. The Haslam Sports Group is the ownership group that owns the Cleveland Browns. And at the end of last year, they told the mayor in the city that they're going to move the Cleveland Browns from downtown Cleveland to Brook Park, which is roughly about 15 miles away from downtown. The city of Cleveland gets upset because they feel like it was not a move made in good faith, and then they embarked the Art Modell rule about moving teams in the state of Ohio, saying that you can't do it. And I had talked to you guys earlier about them not really negotiating with the city in good faith, but even years prior, buying up property around Brook Park to make this move now, which means you premeditated it, which means you already knew what you're going to do. So, like the city is saying, man, you effed up. But what had happened was this week, the Haslam Sports Group said, we're going to take this up a notch. So they're taking it to the state legislature. Will probably end up at the Supreme Court level, state Supreme Court, to argue if the Haslam Sports Group is legally able to remove the Browns from the city of Cleveland to the city of Brook Park, without the city's consent, without a vote, or without the consent of the people. Whew.
How far is that from the original Brown Stadium?
About 15 miles.
15 miles. Whew.
Yeah. And of course,
I'm not
downtown's
funny.
like,
That's
we're
like
gonna
30
die.
It's half an hour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the people who come downtown pass Brook Park to go downtown. To go
Oh, so you got to pass it anyway then, most of the time.
yeah,
So
basically. So
yeah. You said that's closer to you too, right?
yeah, it's literally up the street.
Oh, that's dope. That'd be dope. Man, I know you hoping.
Right. That's why I'm not mad at all. But what I didn't know, and Teran, to be honest with you, like I mean, nobody goes to Berea. You don't go out there for anything but Browns. So fuck all that bullshit, be honest with you. But anyway, that's where their headquarters is at. It's just, again, it's right next to Brook Park. And I didn't know for the past couple of years they've been buying up homes and tearing down properties and
So
opening
they was
this.
they had a feeling about doing this anyway though. Okay.
Yeah, and they've been doing this for a few years, man. So all this to come to a head now, all the city of Cleveland has to do is just point to y'all track record. But I mean, to be honest, in order to make a move like this, you got to plan this years out. You got to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'll be honest with y'all, man. Anytime the ownership groups fight with the city about the sports team, it never ends well for the fans. So we're gonna see. How
Listen,
does someone not?
He said
what?
it's not on Google.
who wants to be in Cleveland outside in November, December, or January or February?
Yeah,
It's not attractive. Like, you got to get over that. Like, I'm not going to a Cleveland Brown game if it ain't in September. I'm not. I don't care who is there. I'm not doing it. That's not a fun time. You can literally die.
That's like the people. That's like the Bills. No different than Buffalo. They be tripping.
I'm not doing that neither. Listen,
Neither.
Cleveland,
I'm not either.
Chicago,
Baltimore.
Buffalo. Listen, Baltimore.
Denver.
Listen. No. Baltimore. You can pull it off sometimes. Sometimes Baltimore's warm. Sometimes. But them places that's around the Great Lakes, forget about it.
yeah.
Green Bay,
And
forget about it. Ain't no motherfucking
six
way.
months out the year, Reggie, that Cleveland Brown Stadium is dormant. It's just a flashlight. That's all it is at nighttime. You just see it lit up. Nobody's in it. It's all it is from December until I'll say March, April. That's all it is, man. So I agree. It's just sitting there, and that's pretty much what the Haslam's trying to say. Is all this time, man. You can be making money off of this stadium if you put a
Yeah,
dome
because that's
on
what,
top
like I
of
said,
it.
like how Dallas and them do. They have so much other events besides like when football season ain't in. But like you already said,
Yeah.
anybody coming there in the cold, like yeah,
Guess
you're
what's
right. You
gonna
losing
happen?
so much money.
If you put that dome there, the Super Bowl's coming.
Yep,
Period. However you look at it.
I agree.
Me too. That's why Buffalo them they build that new stadium and they don't want the dorm. How you get? All right, you only way you get home field advantage if you playing a team from Cali down south. You ain't get if you playing a Kansas City, Cleveland, Baltimore. You ain't getting no home field advantage. They playing the same type of weather Buffalo playing.
And then you can't throw the ball. You can't throw the ball. Not for real.
If Indianapolis, Minnesota, and them all got domes, like and they get a lot of snow too. Why can't you can get a dome still? Like open it up then.
But
like,
Buffalo's special, man. So it's not gonna happen.
They don't want to win.
All these teams got to do is open the dome up a little bit if you want some snow in there. But get a dome, like it's stupid.
The only team that really been getting away with that shit that's real cold is in Kansas City.
Yeah,
how they did the Dolphins last year, had them in that cold ass weather.
Ooh,
what I'm saying,
No,
Buffalo don't want to
so
do it. So much some home field advantage. What? Who cares about regular season? Like when you playing like Miami, maybe or somebody in the cold, like it's dumb. Like ain't no home field advantage if you get stuck playing a Baltimore. Look what Cincinnati did to them last year when they came there.
And then you got a point.
Like it ain't no home field advantage no more. Like people, they want to see scoring like field advantage. Like when you playing a team that playing the cold like you.
All right, well, let's talk about a sad thing. Let's talk about all the black coaches being fired.
Damn it.
Yeah, we look sad right there.
I'll pass.
He like Reggie, dude. Like it's like man, like you kidding Reggie.
You said it. It's the headset.
Uncle Reg Unc, man.
Bye.
I'll just
I'm
say
probably
this.
older.
I'll just say this to keep it moving. It's unfortunate to see these men lose their jobs after just one season. I would hope to have seen more patience, but at the same time, the NFL is a private business. These owners can literally do whatever they want, and these men know that when they sign up. So it's to be expected, but at the same time, I just hate that they're fall guys for some bullshit that should never happen. That's all.
Yeah, messed up, man. Sad situation, but like you said, owners can do what they want. Like D80 said, man, it's like what can you do?
man. Effed up.
Let's talk about black excellence then, and let's go at the top 3 draft picks and who will be in what order. It's Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Shador Sanders.
You just said order.
You silly.
You think Cam going first?
Hmm?
Because he said Cam first, right? You think Cam going first, Red?
Yeah, yes.
To the
Or
Titans, no.
Over Shador?
Nah, Shador's going first, man. The Browns are taking Cam Ward. It's already written, and I'm gonna cry like a
Would you
fucking
cool?
bitch.
Would you be if they took him? Would you cool with Shador?
Yeah, I would love Shador, but it's not gonna happen. I'm trying to tell you. Deion Sanders said no, so it's not gonna
Man,
happen.
Deion don't want to be in that cold, man, watching the sun. Tennessee ain't that.
You silly.
Yo, that's what it is. I'm telling you, if Cleveland was like so it said if Cleveland was Cleveland, but it was down south, maybe it'd be cool with it. Even if they had it, even with the messed up organization like that, if it was like somewhere hot, he would be cool. He's like, man, my son ain't organization crazy and it's cold. Might about to do that.
Yeah, he's not coming to Cleveland, man. It's fucking depressing. I don't want Cameron Ward, but I mean, whatever.
And Cam fell off a little bit at the end, but
yeah, and also not just that, but to be honest with you, I feel like it takes a certain mentality to take a losing franchise and turn them around. Now, granted, all we need is some basic competent quarterback play that don't turn the ball over, and I believe that initially Cam could do that, but and I'll lean on a little thing that Big Chicken said months back in leadership, and I don't think he can lead men. I just don't see it. You know, I don't see you quitting on your team and then coming to the NFL, and all of a sudden now you got the S on your chest and you can lead 11 guys to victory. Well,
I think that's a common problem between all three. Because honestly, I don't think Travis is going to be that leader. I think he's an amazing player, but I don't think he's that leading force. Shador does okay at it, but I don't think he's that true heart leader. Like, put everything, and I think it was a hurt between all three. So basically, you're just hoping that one of these are just really good. And I don't know. I don't trust that Shador is going to be the most awesome force, but he might have it a little bit over Cam Ward, even though I talked as much as I did, because they both do the same thing of kind of playing around the defensive line and not really trying to stay in the pocket. But Shador just does it at a higher level, and I think he's that better talent at it.
Cam quit on his team. I don't think you can compare him to. You don't quit on your team.
Yeah.
Shador got his ass kicked in the game that he shouldn't even have played. And he stayed to the end and got his ass kicked. Took all that slander. He knew Jamar was going to send those group texts.
Man, come on.
He knew you were going to laugh and hate. All right, John, we got to wrap it up. I got to go.
I'm tired. I can't fight no more.
Me too.
We want to just try to do the last NFL thing and be done, or what are we doing?
Yeah, let's do the last one. We out, man, because I got to go.
All right. Well, let's talk about Jerry Jones not letting nobody look at Mike McCarthy.
Hilariousness. You don't renew his contract. You don't extend his contract. His contract's up in a couple days. And the best opportunity he has to lead another team, you stop.
He can do that though too.
Well, he did. And to be honest with y'all, like, if he don't resign with Dallas, he's fucked. I mean, like, I fully expect him to resign with Dallas, though. But I was just thinking, like, man, so if Jerry Jones decided, like, you know what? I'm actually done with you, bro. He just checkmated this cat, and it's a wrap. I thought that was crazy, but I guess
he don't want to go to Dallas and coach, though, if he did that. It'd be like, because that's just showing us, he really showing his power. Like, we know what he got, but like, I won't go coach there. Like, they talking about some Deion. If I'm Deion, yeah, right.
But you saw what he did to Jerry Jones, and somebody still went there to want to coach, and he did Jerry Jones fucking dirty. Okay, so it's I don't know. I just, man, I don't. And we love the Dallas Cowboys for some strange reason, man. And when Jerry just, I don't know. I just don't understand it. No, I agree, NJ.
Because even if
Sound
you're
like
gonna
a
sign him,
plastic
man, go let that
contract.
dude go. You ain't gonna let this dude go talk. You trying to like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, you cut off all his options, and then now that he's your only option, you hold the keys to decide. Okay, are we going to extend you or not? And so he's pretty much at your mercy, and then that's a wrap. So I don't know. It's again, Jerry Jones is playing chess, and we're just kind of catching up. And today, with him doing that move, that just kind of let us know, yeah, he's playing for keeps, man. He's no joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could close the show out with that. But man, the deviousness of Jerry Jones has no bounds, and for doing shit like this, we're gonna see more. That's all I wanted to say.
I mean, it helps him out too, though. If they ever argue about like a color thing, you know what I'm saying? He can use this, like, man, hey, it's not with him.
I shit on everybody equally.
Yeah.
I hate everybody and anybody.
Right.
Facts.
All right, y'all. Triple salute,
All right, y'all.
man. Thank you, Teran.
Triple A, you already know, man.
NJ,
Everybody who couldn't make it
salute,
today,
Drizzy
man.
Bebo, Jamar.
Hope we see y'all next time.
Yeah,
Jamar,
Next
DJ.
no doubt.
All right, y'all.
God
Peace.
bless you. Good night.
Woo, woo. Big checks, big deposits. I got it. Hey, run that shit up, Trace. Run it up. I got it. Run it up. I got it. Run it up. I got it. Big checks with big deposits. Run it up. 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 Big checks with big deposits. Big bag what I be on. Play the corner like Dion. Hard code like Freon. No time for you peons. Pandemic ain't stop nothing. Apply pressure, I'm job hunting. Risk good, I'ma bop something. Fire on